being fiery in the background and saying, we did it, and with a mimosa in my hand, you know, with this vlog music, this cheerful vlog music in the background while people are protesting, and like, it's fiery in the background.
Intense year and a half.
That was a nice one. Right.
Got that Kamala laugh.
And I look up.
Hey yo, what's up you guys? So I'm coming to you another video, and we're talking about what I talked about last video was BLM, but more so we're going to talk about Patrisse Cullors and her living her best life in her mansions, toasting over mimosas because she's a Marxist, a Mimosa Marxist, and you know, she's just living the good life, saying how great she is and everything. So we're gonna take a look at it. You know, this is damn hilarious. Okay, this is just on par with Jussie Smollett releasing his new song, thanking God during Holy Week, saying without no remorse, no repentance, no apology, saying thank God that he went through what he did. No, it's not an apology. It's he's proud of what he's saying, and he's not even this. But likewise, Patrisse Cullors, she is living her best life. This is from her YouTube. This isn't anything else someone else did. This is coming from her, and she's proud of what all of this. She's proud that she hustled y'all's money, and so she is living the Marxist life to the fullest. So we're gonna take a look at it, ridiculous as it may be. So with that said, shall we begin? But first, of course, if you're new to my channel, what is up? My name is Mitch, Maverick Mitch. Hey Mitch, all the Mitches, the real Mitcher, and pretty much I like talking about what I talking about. So, current events, reviews, pop culture, social bullet commentary, be sure to check out all those videos as you're finishing this video. And please like, share, and subscribe as it feeds the algorithm, and let's get into it. Alright, so like I said in my last video talking about BLM and everything, and so we're gonna go revisit BLM, more so, like I said, Patrisse Cullors and her Marxist ideology, because I think it's worth noting, because yes, we already knew this back in 2020, at least I did, right? But a lot of people are being red-pilled, you know, a lot of people don't know what's going on, you know, and I think it's important to revisit this. And on top of it, like, we went from riots back in 2020. We went from riots and peaceful protests, right? Fiery but peaceful. But it went like people died there are more people who died during the BLM riots than in the quote-unquote January 6th insurrection, right? But that's not the narrative, right? It is peaceful protest, you know, it's all this good stuff. And we're just gonna look at a video of Patrisse Cullors praising her achievements of this. People are suffering and she's doing her thing. So here's the thing. So she uploaded this on her channel, right? This is something that she was proud of, okay? And you know, after she got wind that people were starting to look at this may not be like a good light, that she's eating like a charcuterie board, toasting over mimosas and everything, she started to private her whole channel. But the internet does what the internet does, and people archived this video, so the full link is in the description. And so we got to look at it, and then obviously look at her background being a Marxist, because I think it's important to look at it, because it's not just a right-wing talking point that, you know, we're like, oh, she's a Marxist. Like, legit, this is her ideology. This is what she believes in. And, you know, you can look at a million other reasons why Marxism is bad, right? You can very well, I would recommend Jordan Peterson. He's talked numerously, countlessly, whatever, on this various topic, and if anything, it is antithetical to Christian belief, right? It's this, and then just look at my last video talking about resentment and Cain and Abel and everything, and go ahead, check it out. Like, Marxism also talks about like destroying the nuclear family, which that is a BLM organizational philosophy. So again, trained Marxist leading the organization. So we could talk about it all day, night and long. But first and foremost, we'll go check out the little mimosa toasting celebration reunion she is having, and then go back into the Marxism stuff. So roll it. Pause real quick. Let's just play that again. I love the vlog intro music. I need if you know the song, comment below. Let me know. I need to make a parody of this. I need to make a parody of me being at a BLM protest, being fiery in the background and saying, we did it. And with a mimosa in my hand, you know, with this vlog music, this cheery, full vlog music in the background while people are protesting and like, it's fiery in the background. You know, also real quick, at the same time, I can't knock her down for a little bit. Like, her hustle, she went from like ghetto to riches, right? And it's like, I can't knock her down. Like, she was living off the hustle, right? A part of me appreciates this because, you know, this is the capitalism that she thinks that she's critiquing, but she's actually living. So part of me kind of thinks that like I can't dog her for like living her best life. But obviously I'm gonna I don't care, right? All of this, cause I didn't donate to her. I donated to my black friends, sure. And let's just get this out there right quick. I said in the last video, Black Lives Matter, colloquially understood 100%, right? But Black Lives Matter as an organization, as a Marxist organization, is no good, no bueno, all right? They don't care about black lives in the womb. They don't care about black men. They don't care about black fathers. They don't care about the black nuclear family. So, colloquially, Black lives do matter 100%, but as an organization, we can distinguish it. Not good, no bueno. Okay, so going back into this.
I'm so glad.
Also, let's there's a lot to dissect here. Like, Freedom Summer, like the summer of love instead of the summer of riots. that blog music.
Here and in person. Yes. It's been a really intense year and a half.
That was a nice one.
Right.
Got that Kamala laugh.
And I look up to you. You know, you're big sisters to me, your movement leaders, your gangsters.
Gangsters! Q in like New York. Beyonce! Gangsters! How? No. You is not when you is living this life.
Your gangsters. But you're also like folks that I literally call like when I'm having a joyful moment, but also when shit's going down. And I just want to ask y'all, like, it's gonna be a year since Freedom Summer. And a lot of shit went down. And how are you doing? Like, how are you feeling?
I feel good. Because I thought it was going to kill us. What was great about it is we were prepared for it in a way, like as much as you can be.
Okay, pause. She goes into it later, and I'm just gonna jump around, right? But legit, they almost believe that they're martyrs for this cause. Like, they legit believe that they're the saints in this religion. You know, like we evangelize, we did our missionaries, and now we praise the woke God, you know?
Was that I got super overwhelmed. You know, I think the rediscovery. People are like, what is this Black Lives Matter thing? This is amazing. How long has this thing been around?
Black women's
You know, and I just remember, like, I would get stuff and I'd turn over my phone. I'd be like, no, child, no, I don't want to do that again,
Yes.
right? And we have a different story to tell now, you know? So I've been sitting in that a lot, but I also started...
I just want to point this out. Like, she's going to go into it that she didn't go into protest, because I've seen this whole video. But I think there's a level in which I really like pairing this up with religion, because... in their mind, you know, social justice is this evangelization type of thing, you know, this as much as Christians get fiery for God and a relationship with Jesus, you know, this is their religion, right? And so for her, protest is your Easter, you know, your protest is your Passover, you know, and for her to take rest on her 7th day, you know, type thing, it's crazy how I'm viewing this as a religion, right?
Thinking a lot more about my own emotional health, you know, and really saying no to stuff and being resolute in the no. Because I started to like,
again, these words she's saying is very Lenten in its context, like a time of restoration, a time to fast, a time to reflect, you know.
have
And
anxiety attack.
2015, 2016, we were all just traveling alone, like not really.
all right, so fast forwarding again, you know, I'm jumping all over the place, you know, but I think she's gonna talk about like how she was like on CNN and on Fox News in regards to being like on the marquee and all this stuff, or at least being a place and all this stuff. And I just want to talk about it after she mentions it.
Checking in and saying I landed.
Exactly.
Right.
Just being like regular, like
Or looking up when you're in the airport line and seeing your face on Fox News.
right.
And being like, I'm not safe right now. What am I doing?
So that was different this time. That was.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it there because they are saying like, oh, I'm in danger. We're like, no, girl, no, you are in danger. You are not in danger. But 2, they like it. They like it. They love being in the attention. This is their prominence. They are the Pharisees, you know? Like, they want to be in the attention. Like, she's saying like, oh, no one know us back in 2016. And yeah, now you got millions, homegirl got mansions and houses in Calabasas. You doing good, okay? You don't gotta worry about nothing, right? And then she talks about, there's an idea here later that they talk about this whole like police and FBI type of thing, and maybe that grows some concerns, but at the same time, it's weird that the same establishments that are bailing BLM people out of jail, right, is the same thing that they're trying to fight, as if that was the same establishment they're trying to fight against. Like, no, that you are mainstream. Like no one is going against BLM. You have black squares, you have all this stuff. It's mainstream, girl. Like you got nothing to worry about.
I think though, for me, you know, the hardest moments have been the right-wing media machine. Just leveraging literally all its weight against.
She's talking about like the right-wing media machine. What? Fox versus CNN left. MSNBC left, yeah, Washington Post left, you got New York Times left, you got all of these mainstream media that is on the left. I see we live in 2 different worlds. She thinks the media machine is after her. She's that involved in her world that she thinks any form of criticism is against her.
BLM the organization. I'm some weeks out now from a lot of the noise, so I have more perspective, right? While I was in it, I was in survival mode. But so many people who I've talked to, and I've obviously talked to the 2 of you ad nauseum about this, but it's because we're powerful, because we are winning. It's because we are threatening the establishment, we're threatening white supremacy. This piece that you named earlier.
It is not popular to be a white supremacist anywhere. I don't know what world they live in where, oh, okay, I get it, that you think any form of like, whether it's the government or the military or whatever, all of these things are forms of white supremacy in their mind. So anything that is not their creation is white supremacy. So pretty much anything is white supremacy in their eyes.
It's not just a cultural shift anymore.
Right.
But the point with that is that everything in 2022, everything is still in the left. It is controlled with the left. Establishment is more left wing than it is right. You have academia, right wing. You got sports that infected by the culture, which is left wing. You got music, left wing. You got Hollywood, left wing. You got like tech companies, left wing. Twitter, like Google, Facebook. YouTube. They're all left-wing. I don't understand in what world do you think any of this is right-wing at the moment?
Things are changing for them. The reckoning has come to their doorstep in a way that they haven't had to reckon. And that is...
And also, let me just make another point. The reason why me and others like me, maybe in the conservatives or whatever, right of center, I don't know, whatever. I don't really, again, colloquially, Black lives do matter, but it's the organization that we are going to argue against. Marxism is antithetical to the Christian belief. It is antithetical to American values. This is why we have issues. It's not you. Like, if you were to say Black Lives Matter all across the board, I think we're good, you know? Another point, but obviously, like I said before, Black Lives Matter as an organization don't support Black Lives Matter in no wombs. They support Planned Parenthood. They want to disrupt the nuclear family. They said so much on their website. They took it down now, but because people have been pointing it out. And so if it was if it was in good faith, we wouldn't have an issue. But we know that y'all are Marxists. We're going to get into that. But so we're going to call it out. And so we're going to have issues. So, yeah. And also, a second thing, people have been hustling, these women have been hustling y'all people. Like, what the freaking heck? You got, like, even, I forgot what state it was, when you have, I think their last name was Connors Grant. They used BLM funds to mortgage their house. Fact check me on that. I forgot where it was. And of course, you got Patrisse Cullors. You got 3 houses at least minimum in like Calabasas, and then you got the $66 million that's not being accounted for, that they're being scrutinized. And so again, it's not that if you put money into whatever neighborhoods or programs, whatever, I think we all would be good. But we're calling you out because y'all doing shady stuff.
Right?
I'm gonna leave it there. I love the toasting. I love the toasting and the vlog stuff. Let's just go real quick her on her Marxism. So this is her, and this is from her videos that she posted, but another person cut it up, and so we're gonna look at it real quick.
Am I a Marxist? I'm a lot of things. I do believe in Marxism. It's a philosophy that I learned really early on in my organizing career. I'm working on making sure that people don't suffer. I'm working to make sure people don't go hungry. We believe in the liberation of every single human being. What structure will get us there? Not our current one. I don't know if it's worth us talking about communism, because it just has such a bad rap.
Well, because it's failed every time. That's why it has a bad rap.
But so has capitalism.
I love that. There was a longer segment, but the person only cut a portion of it and everything. And so, you know, one thing of that, you know, like obviously she believes in the philosophy. She was trained in it. She grew up in it in the years ago, and she still believes in it, right? And then she talks about like communism and everything, and that it failed. And then communism is objectively a failure because it doesn't attribute to human nature, right? Capitalism works, but because of human nature, it has tendencies in which, you know, corruption falls in. That's not a attribute of capitalism. That's an attribute of human nature, you know, of being greedy or whatever. And so also on that point, she's profiting out of capitalism. Another point with capitalism, and Jordan Peterson made a point about this, is that people profited much better. People can grow out of poverty much better through capitalism, but you are always, through capitalism, you're always going to have income inequality. You're going to always have people who are who do well because of through competition. So you're going to have people who are rich, and you're going to have people who are poor. That's just the way it is. Whereas communism is no one is equally rich. Everyone's equally poor. Versus capitalism, you have disproportionality in which there are rich people and there are poor people. But even then, like, your poor people could be much more higher than people that are living in communism. And it's not without fault. So that's what the Marxists have right in critiquing capitalism in which there is that flawed, I wouldn't say flawed, that attribute of capitalism, that there is a disparity, and you really can't solve it other than you're gonna, like, what the Marxist wants to do is just take away from the rich and give it back to the poor through force. And so, I mean, again, it's just how the nature of capitalism, but like the antidote to capitalism is not Marxism, which Karl Marx wanted to do, right? To take from the rich to give to the poor. But at the same time, when you do the means of production, not just to the people, but the government owns the means of production, you're gonna just end up having people being equally rich. You can't have people who are equally poor but not equally rich. So that's just the name of the game. So yeah. Also, real quick, I'm just going to go into Young Ripa's also talking about this back in 2020, and we're going to take a look at her with an older video, her saying that she's a Marxist. Again, I seen this video, this is where I seen her actually say that she's a Marxist, but I think, again, it's worth noting to listen to once again.
And they're wrong, and he said that he's criticized this in the past, so one of the founders, Patrisse, she's about to answer.
Also, again, I'll link everything below, so yeah.
That specific question as far as them not having, or this criticism that they don't really have an ideological like foundation.
I think that the criticism is helpful. I also think that it might, I think of a lot of things. The first thing I think is that we actually do have an ideological frame. Myself and Alicia in particular are trained organizers. We are trained Marxists. We are super versed on sort of ideological theories.
So basically, she just flat out said it. That's what they're out, and she mentions Alicia. That's another founder, one of the two. So that's two founders, right? That she didn't mention the other, but two of them are admitting right there. Like their ideological foundation. Their ideological foundation is Marxism. The trained Marxism. That's exactly what she just admitted. She just said it. That wasn't a secret. I've long known that, but for those of you that have been on the fence with this, you heard it from the horse's mouth. So this is why it's not actually even a co-op. So even sometimes I misspeak, and I kind of suggest that. I don't necessarily just say that. But I kind of allude to it, let's say that. But it's not necessarily a co-op when we talk about these like white leftist communists and so forth. It's not a co-op. That's what they believe in. So all of you crackheads,
I'm gonna leave it there because Young Ripple loves saying crackhead. I think it's funny. But I think so. Alluding back to this and everything, you know, going back to all of this, right? And so again, they admit it and all that stuff, and it's a trained Marxist. And again, you can look in Jordan Peterson and his arguments why Marxism is so bad. And again, there's a lot of, if you didn't know Karl Marx, you shall look into him because there's a lot of demonic stuff around him anyway. Both of his daughters had murder suicides, I believe. He was bad hygiene, like the sin of sloth was him, and he wasn't a poor person. He was profiting money off of his partner Engels, and you know, there's nothing that was good about this guy. I think he dated or had a wife of his best friend. I forgot that part. You can look into all the debauchery that is Karl Marx. And of course, he's someone from a middle-class family talking about the poor being oppressed, whatever. Anyway, that nor here or there. But point being, I wanted to highlight this again because, you know, some people are new to this channel. Some people don't know who Patrisse Cullors is. They don't know what's going on in BLM and all this stuff. And they have bought into the idea that this is a good organization. And you know what? Maybe there is, you can't just wipe it out altogether, right? Maybe they actually did some good things here and there. I'm not going to say that they didn't. You know, maybe there is something good. But you can't deny that you have Patrisse Cullors here with her 3 houses in Calabasas and profiting out of this. And so So if you come to this far, comment below. Please comment below. Help build my channel. I'm like stagnant at like 2100, and so hopefully by commenting, people are gonna find my channel, be part of my discussion and everything, and all these rants that I'm doing right now, and have fun. So if you like this video, please comment, share, and comment below, and see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. You can follow me on my Instagram at HeyMitch. I'm also on Rumble at Mitch Lozada, and see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Peace, peace, peace. Be with you.